Namaskar dear students, welcome you to our channel by Gulab Sir. As a part of series of lectures, today's topic is chemiosmosis. We learn cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. We learn about involvement of two pigment systems with their different role. Pigment system 1 and pigment system 2. Chemiosmosis is a mechanism of production of ATP and NADPH2 during light phase. We are aware that light energy is absorbed in the wavelength of 700 and 600 nanometer by PS1 and PS2 and PS1 respectively. P700 is a PS1 and P680 is a PS2. Why it is so called that 680 although it is less than 700 known as PS1? Because P680 is discovered later, therefore it is PS2. These two systems, PS1 and PS2, they are the part of non-cyclic photophosphorylation where that PS2 absorb the light energy and cause photolysis of water. So see the role of this PS1 and PS2 in chemiosmosis. Where do the chemiosmosis occur? It occurs in this thylakoid. It occurs in thylakoid. This is the thylakoid. It has this is the membrane of the thylakoid. Thylakoids are the coin-like structure present inside the stroma of the chloroplast. We learn already. This thylakoid membrane has this electron transport system. This ETS, electron transport system, which consists of pigment system with plastoquinone, cytochrome, plastocyanin, and pigment system 1. When light energy is absorbed by PS2 in non-cyclic photophosphorylation, as we learn there, it causes photolysis of water. That means water gets split into hydrogen and hydroxyl ion, and thus the proton, hydrogens are produced. As well as this hydroxyl ion gets split into H2O and 1O2, as well as release 2 electron, and that electron transfer to this membrane. So from pigment system 2 electrons first pass to the pyophytin, is an electron acceptor, then pass to the plastoquinone, plastoquinone to cytochrome complex B6 to F, and then plastocyanin and reach to the PS1. At the same time, that PS1 also absorb the light energy and release electron, pass on the ferredoxine where they are used for ionization of NADP into ionized NADP. Now see, during this chemiosmosis, not only electron are moving through this membrane, but also proton produced inside the lumen are moving towards the periphery, towards the outer side of the membrane. Why? Because electrons are moving through electron transport system through this thylakoid membrane. Thus, electron absorb this proton, attract this proton towards the periphery, so as to maintain their concentration towards the periphery. At the same time, proton present in stroma also pump through this proton pump into lumen of the grana. They to maintain the gradient, that is called proton gradient. So four things are required for chemiosmosis, that is membrane, proton pump, proton gradient, and ATP synthetase. These are the four things which are required and which is mentioned in notes. You don't worry, whenever you will see there you will find this detailed notes what I am explaining. These are the notes you can write later, and these are the four things what I told just now: thylakoid membrane, proton gradient, proton pump, and ATPase. So this chemiosmosis requires these four things which can be seen here itself. This is a membrane. This is a membrane. Proton. This is a thylakoid membrane. This is a proton pump. This accumulation of H positive ion. This is called proton gradient and ATP synthetase. Now, when electron attract this proton towards the periphery, at the same time electrons are moving through. When electron reach to the F0 particle of ATP synthetase, it attract the proton and carry that proton from lumen to stroma. So electrons which get with the F0 in it has advantage to hold the proton or transfer the proton across the membrane. Now this proton diffuse from its higher concentration to lower concentration, that is from lumen to stroma. That means that break the proton gradient. With the breaking of proton gradient, potential energy released, and that potential energy is used to combine ATP with inorganic phosphate in presence of ATP synthetase to produce the ATP. This ATP synthesis has two units, F0, F1. F0 is a proton carrier and F1 is a catalytical molecule that catalyzes the process of synthesis of ATP, and this is known as photophosphorylation. So process of production of ATP during light phase is known as photophosphorylation. So see, during this chemiosmosis, that proton which pumped from lumen to stroma, this proton later combine with ionized NADP to produce NADPS2. Thus, during chemiosmosis, not only ATPs are produced, but also NADPS2 produced. Now these ATP and NADPS2, they are the final product of photophosphorylation, which produced during cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation along with this chemiosmosis mechanism. Now these ATP and NADPS2, they have the assimilatory power, used as a assimilatory power in dark reaction to reduce or assimilate carbon dioxide into carbohydrate, which we are supposed to learn in dark reaction Kelvin cycle. I am sure I have given this explanation with this diagram. You go through this diagram, practice this diagram, and notes are ready made. They are available here. These are the notes. Whatever I did explain, word after word it is mentioned through. So you please go through this, that notes, you can note down these notes. These are the detailed notes about chemiosmosis. Now, no need to repeat this one. You can go through and note down. Everything is mentioned very clearly. I hope you will see this video. You will understand the explanation given with this diagram to you, and notes are followed to this diagram will be sufficient enough to prepare about chemiosmosis. Question can be asked, what is chemiosmosis? Explain it in detail. So with this diagram, this question can be asked for 5 marks. Even in case study question, this diagram will be given and some labels will be given as A, B, C, D. We will ask question here, suppose A, B and C, and here D. Write about functions of the A, B, C, D. A is pigment system 2. It helps in photolysis of water. B is cytochrome complex, not only carry the electron but also pump proton from stroma to lumen. This C would be the pigment system 1, help in ionization of NADP, and D, that is ATP synthesis. It is a complex enzyme having 2 particles F0, F1. This type of information you have to type. So question can be asked anything. Moreover, there may be many questions in NEET based on this conceptual study. I hope you did understand. You will understand the question and write the answer. So understanding to the question and application of knowledge is very important, and that can be only come up with the clearance of concept. I hope this is very clear to you what is chemiosmosis, and notes are given. Even if you are in doubt, you can ask in comment section. I appeal you to like and subscribe our channel. Thank you. Happy learning.